We need support from our friends. A bizarre story about a man who has been diagnosed with Alzheimer's disease came out in the newspaper a few weeks ago. I do not remember where he lived, but neither state involved was Kentucky. A mother and one or more of her children had made an appointment for the husband/father to see Dr. Kevorkian, the so-called Dr. Death, who has recently been found not guilty of whatever they were trying him for. One of the sons spirited his father away to another state before the mother and his siblings could get his father to Kevorkian because he did not want his father to commit suicide, assisted or otherwise. The mother was accusing the son of abducting the father. The son was accusing the mother of trying to get the father to kill himself. After several weeks and the father's getting past the ability to consent to suicide, the son returned his father to the mother to be cared for. I only know about this case, what I have read in the papers, but I know firsthand about the disruption in a family life that Alzheimer's disease brings. I grieve for all the family. I grieve for the man who has Alzheimer's disease, but I realize he will be the one who suffers the least. As the AD sufferer's disease progresses, he forgets all about worrying as his actions become more and more worrisome to the family. I grieve for the wife and mother whose husband is, in effect, dead, and who has left her with a more and more severely retarded child to care for. Not only that, but her family is in turmoil, with her children in disagreement about how the tragedy should be handled, and she now bears the brunt of the disease, not the son. I grieve for the son who, with the best interests of his mother and father at heart, interfered in the rest of the family's wishes and prevented his father's suicide. He probably knew his mother would second-guess herself and die of remorse if she had talked her husband into committing suicide. I question whether anyone far enough along to be diagnosed with Alzheimer's disease would have the mental ability to decide to commit suicide. By the time they are diagnosed, the mind has deteriorated to such a degree that they can't make decisions. Of course, it would be better to die a quick death than a slow withering away of mind and body that is Alzheimer's. The patients die with the disease rather than of it. There is a whole hospital full of veterans with AD waiting to die in the VA hospital in Lexington, where my husband is. My husband has been on an NG feeding tube for 8 years, yet his heart and blood pressure readings are better than mine. All these people are there at government expense, though some of us have to pay a small part of what it takes to keep them. These people have no quality of life, yet I cannot bear the thought of anybody's having the say-so of who lives or dies except God. I do believe it is wrong to keep someone alive artificially when the mind is gone. The primary caretaker often dies before the AD patient because caring for a demented person is so stressful. I have coped with my situation by giving it over to God and attending the Alzheimer's support group that meets on the third Thursday of each month at Highlands Regional Medical Center, Prestonsburg, at 7 p.m. Being able to talk with someone who understands, who has been through a similar circumstance, has been of much help to me. We have bonded into fast friendships in a common concern for each other in the years we have been meeting monthly to share our woes and coping strategies. We all need support from our friends.